Team Greg with the. Okay. Good morning and welcome. We're underway here in the men's semifinal, the Curl BC Senior Men's Championships, Provincial Championships 2024. Team Craig, Pan Vancouver Island team, West Craig at skip, Normand Corte at third, Keith Clark at second, and Ron Schmidt at lead. Taking on the Dangerfield team out of the Victoria Curling Club, Neil Dangerfield at skip, Mike Wood third, Darren Bowden second, Glenn Allen at lead, and their fifth, Andy Jarzibiak. So we're well underway. Looks like a fairly standard opening, but it also looks like they're not waiting around. They're not going to play that one clean end. Center guard went up for Team Craig. Team Dangerfield went around. Team Craig attempted to freeze and did a little freeze tap. And then Team Dangerfield puts the corner freeze on the center guard. So we're into action right away here. My name's Owen Hayward. I reside in Penticton now, retired curling ice maker and semi-competitive curler. So at various times in my career, I've either played these guys or made ice for them. So there you go. A little bounce off by Team Craig. So a little heavier than they wanted, I would imagine. But it looks like we're battling right away. And it looks like we'll get a score of some kind in this first end. I say looks like because you never know. These guys are at a fairly high level here, and rocks can disappear quickly once those kinds of choices and decisions are made. Lovely shot, lovely curl in there. Comes down and freezes their own. And there you see the overhead. Team Dangerfield sitting pretty nice. Team Craig going after their rock at the top of the 4 foot. Looks like they got a good one. It's curling a little hard on them, but they are able to get it by. A little more across the face than they would have hoped, but a successful shot. And you can see that leaves Team Dangerfield line one behind the button. Team Craig above them. So they got what they asked for. Both teams going to be aggressive right away. And now we have the kind of end where advantage can flip-flop back and forth. With the way the rocks are sitting, we see now Mr. Dangerfield wants to get a view of those rocks in the house. So I'm going to try the double peel here. Good upweight shot. Ooh, gets a little more nosy than he wanted. Does get rid of the two, but leaves himself basically a perfect center guard. Team Craig now going to try and drop one into that basket. I would hazard to say if they can drop a nice one in there, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Team Dangerfield and make any multiple score by Dangerfield a difficult task. Curling in nicely. Weight looks pretty good, maybe a little heavy. Oh, no, perfect. There we see right on the button with backing. So, a little bit of a danger now for Mr. Dangerfield. Obviously going to try and drop one in right on top of that Craig Stone just thrown. This one's breaking a little earlier, breaking a little harder. He's a little light and just warping now. Bounces off the center. It's a nice, the professional error. Opens up a view of the rocks in the forefoot. Wes Craig now calling, let's close that view off. He's pretty happy the way they're sitting, so he's effectively saying, come and get us. We're content. It's up to Mr. Dangerfield and team to create their own opportunities now. Lovely center guard. And there you see the situation. Clearly the advantage to the Craig team here in this opening end. The men's semifinal. Curl BC 2024 Senior Men's Provincial Championships here at the Penticton Curling Club in the sunny South Okanagan. Attempting a firm tap up into that pocket. Looks like a pretty good shot. A tad more curl than they wanted. Just a tad more curl. Weight was gorgeous. Just got a little bit across the nose on impact when they did not want to get across the nose. So this situation now starting to become dire, as it were, for Team Dangerfield with Hammer here in the first end. But they did choose early on to tangle right away, going around the center guard, put up on the first rock by Team Craig, and they went around right into that forefoot right away. But a couple of slight misses and a couple of beautiful makes by the Craig team. And here we are on Skip's Rocks. Judging by the broom, it looks like Mr. Craig is going to try and guard the potential tap on the left-hand side as we're viewing. The broom was much tighter than the center guard. Looks like he's a little wide, and he is getting the curl. He has to be careful here. He doesn't want to freeze this on a great angle for